Yeah. Okay. Kirill, we can do that trig question if you really, really want to, but think deeply about it, okay? Because it's not necessary for us to do. Right. Page 64 to H. 7 cos minus 3x minus 55 degrees minus 5 equals 0, and x is between 0 degrees and 360, not including. Okay? Pen's getting a bit low, need to get a new nib for it. You'll need your calculator for sure, so you might as well just take it out now before we get into it. Who's doing the Charles test later in this group? Quite a few of you. Oh, quite a few of you. Yeah, okay. You're not down to Charles, are you? No. Yeah, that's right. The test is only to gauge your current level and current readiness for the test. Then this will help us decide what to do.
Definitely not this.
Okay, well that's fine.
No need for a test.
Well, we would like to make it official anyway, so even if you get 0, that's fine.
Alright.
Is the mutes icon going to be there?
Say again?
Mutes on our screen.
Oh, it's on mute.
No, don't worry. That's just the speakers on the TV. It's the sound still recording. It's making a static sound, that's all. Right, you got your calculator. So the first thing, we'll rearrange this. Haza, so minus 3x minus 55 equals 5 over 7. Right, so can you cos inverse in degree is, what do you get?
It's going to be 44.4.
It's going to be 44.4. And the second answer for cos is 360 minus the first answer. What do you get?
315.6.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next, well,
404.
next 4 answers. Yeah. What do you? So you add 360. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got 404.4.
0.4.
Yeah.
The second is 675.
Seems reasonable. 0.6.
0.6, yeah. The 764.4.
Yeah.
And 1035.6.
Yeah. Did you get that too? Yeah. So to get the x, it would be your angle plus 55 divided by minus 3. Okay. Haza, you seem like you know how to do this. Are you sure it's a problem?
But the answers I got.
Okay, fine. Fine, yeah, okay. So what's the first one then?
Negative 33.1.
Looks reasonable, yeah, okay, next.
Negative 123.5.
Okay,
Negative 153.
yeah,
1
yeah,
Negative 243.5.
yeah.
Negative 73.1.
7 in what?
Negative
273.
Oh, 273.1. 273.1.
Negative 363.
Negative.
363.5.
Okay, so all of these need to be fixed, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to add 360 to all of them.
Yeah.
So if you add,
1 second. Why divide 3?
no, I'll let you a minute to think about that before you ask me, because I think you know why.
No.
I do.
It should be 3.
No,
You
negative.
should find the domain of
Because
minus 3x and minus 55.
You divide both sides by minus
You find the domain first and put in two aspects.
There, look. There, see?
Yes.
There.
Now, what do you get here for the first one? Is it like 326?
Yeah,
326.5.
326.9.
Okay, roughly. Yeah, okay. Let's just do it to the nearest degree. So that's 327 degrees. If we do the nearest degree. Okay.
236.5.
So that'll be 237, huh? Roughly. Yeah. And is the next one 207 roughly?
Yeah.
Okay, and is the next one 117, roughly?
Yeah.
And is the next one 87,
Yeah.
roughly? And,
Negative 3.5.
yeah, and that negative 3.5,
We should add 360.
add 360, so that answer is wrong. It should be 356. 356.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you for spotting. So that minus 3.5 in the answer is, for some reason I never fixed it, it should be 356. Point. Yeah, 356. I'll have to mark that to be fixed. Yeah, the first answer. $356.5. Yeah, okay. Was that the problem?
The answers are not like similar.
They're very similar. In fact, I'd say they're the same. 2H. Have you got it?
The first one.
Just the first one's wrong. The other 5 are right.
But they are not in order. Is it?
What? This was your question. This was your question.
No, it's not. Because
The order doesn't matter.
because I did it again, but
Yeah.
I divide. I add 120 for each.
Yeah, but was your question that your answers are in the wrong order? Because the order doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, you could have asked me that at the start. Okay.
Why do we divide? Why do we minus by 360?
Why do we minus 360?
Why do you plus
We
360?
always.
Yeah, to fix them.
Why?
Well, none of the answers are in the range we need, which is 0 to 360.
Oh.
Okay, was 1J and K. Why it's 225?
1J,
Yes.
1J. Yeah, you think it's wrong?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
it's not 255?
Oh, did I mistype it just maybe? It should be 255, not 225. Is that in J?
Yes, and K 220, not 210.
In which one?
And K
Should be what?
210.
Instead of...
220.
Oh, okay. Fine and dandy, thank you. Okay,
So
yeah.
the last one, what do you start with? It's not 360 plus 363.5, right? The last one.
Oh, sorry. Well, actually, hang on. Sorry. Sorry, something fishy. That's the last one. If you add 360 to that, you don't get 356. Sorry. Why didn't nobody correct me earlier? What happens if you add 360 to this?
Minus 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, minus 3.5, and you have to add 360 again.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do it as many times as you want. So then that brings it up to the 356.5. It needed 2 corrections. Yeah. Oh, I get it now. Now, I wrote a computer program to generate these questions, and I was wondering why the negative answer was there when it should have been fixed. But I realised my program would have only applied the fix once if it needed to be fixed. It would never have considered if it needed it twice. That explains it. Okay, no, that's satisfying. Right, what's next? It can be you, has it? There's no rule that says it can't be you. Well, Haz is in the middle of asking a question, although he's stalling.
I'm just waiting, like, the other to get it.
No, screw the other people. What's your question?
Is and definite?
Definite integrals, huh? Which one? Definite integrals on page 84, 2f, yeah? Okay, let's have a look.
It was
84, 2f. What language are you speaking? It's not previously. No. Alex, I need you to move. So just like this guy up here, you're not allowed to speak beside anyone who can speak Ukrainian. So I need you, yes, to swap places. Yes? This will be the easiest thing to do.
I'm not looking for isolation.
It's good for you.
Alright.
Okay. Now, 2f. Um, 2 to 5, 3 root x dx. Okay, so Hazza, what do we do first? Huh? No idea. No idea. No.
Bring
Yeah.
3.
Change the root x to x power a half.
Yes.
so it's not like root 3.
You mean to say cube root? It's not that, no. Now we can integrate. So what's the rule for integrating? Increase the power by 1, so that will be 1.5, and then divide by 1.5, and put in the two limits afterwards. Yeah.
So always the square root will be x. Okay, if there is a number with the square root.
Oh, you mean like, for example, if there was a 6 here or something, is it?
No, like 5x.
Oh, 5, like here.
Yeah.
Then the 5 gets the half as well.
Oh,
What was it?
Everything aside the radius, yeah.
Ah, yes, I know.
Anyways, this will be simplified into 2x, or x is 5, so square root of 120. I don't have a calculator, you can just put it on the calculator, but it'll be something like this, 2, and then you put in the 2, square root 8.
62.5.
The final answer?
62.
62.5?
Oh, I did not.
Okay.
No, final answer is 16.7.
What's the final answer, David?
16.68.
60 point,
16.
oh, 16 point,
68.
G. 2G.
2G? Oh yes, the other students had that question too. Integrate from 3 to f, 3 over e 3x dx. So just one moment, David, and I'll do it. I'll just let people write that one down.
If
Yeah.
the question was 3 square root 5x squared, how do
Oh,
we...
3
Sorry.
square root 5x
And then there's a
squared.
number, yeah.
Like this.
Or a
Well, you would
number.
simplify that first to 3 root
3x.
5x.
Uh-huh.
And so then that integrates to that.
Oh. Oh.
Okie dokie.
If you like bring out the x and then integrate it.
Then integrate it, yes. And simplify it first.
0 to 5 becomes 0 since it's like a whole number. Or
If it's
just
just
on
the
the
x.
side.
You can keep it on the outside. Constants can be ignored as multiplications.
Okay.
So basically integrate and multiply the constant back into the answer. Okay, can I scroll down to this one now? Hazza?
Yeah.
Okay. Integrate 3 to 5, and first you change this into 3e minus 3x dx. Now you integrate, which becomes 3e minus 3x over minus 3. you put in the limits. The value is quite small. It's like 0.001. And I think in the answer I just put it as 0. Really, I should perhaps have said in the question 2H to round to... It looks like all my answers are to 2 decimal places, aren't they? Yeah. So I should have said in question 2 decimal places for the answers. But yeah, if you put these in, you basically get 0.001. So it's roughly 0.00 if you round it off. It's a tiny number. Yep. Yeah. What's next now?
Page 74.
Yeah.
C.
We've talked about this many times. You need to give me the question number as well. You can't just say C. 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C.
Oh, yeah, 2C.
Which one?
2C.
2C. Okay. Page 74, 2C. Y equals log x6 plus x squared plus 8x plus 8. Okay, so first things first, before you do anything, you bring that 6 down.
Yes.
And we get dy dx
6
equals,
over
yeah, 6 over x
2x plus 8 divided by 6.
equals 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 0 divided by
Divide by 6?
6. Yeah.
Why?
Why divide by 6?
So it would be 1 over x plus 1 over 3x plus 4 over negative 3 times x. It will be 1 plus 1 over 3x squared. Plus
Wait.
Oh.
Are
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
What are you doing?
What happened?
I don't know.
You have to multiply by
Divide, why would you divide by 6?
You don't want to x. I get what she's trying to do. You don't want to x.
No, I get 1 at negative 1. But why max?
I didn't even get the question.
Divide by 6. Yeah, okay. That's fine,
That's
but
what she did.
I don't... Why? Oh.
She get one by x.
Okay, fine.
By everything.
But why is max not
I'll check now. I'll check now. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't help you to divide by 6.
It does, because it would be 1.
Yeah, but now you have 2 fractions here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever she
But if you're using your calculator, I suppose it doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to divide by...
You have to divide by x.
Yeah, and before I do that, I'll divide by 2. And...
Then bye bye.
Oh my goodness. First I'm dividing by 2, then I will multiply by x. Okay? So now, multiplying by x, I get 3 plus x squared plus 4x equals 0. X squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. X equals minus 1 or minus 3.
I got the same answer.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Right. Now, we need to check which is max and which is min. So we get the second derivative now. We also need to get the y, I know. The second derivative will be minus 6 over x squared plus 2. Yeah. So we'll put the minus 1 in first.
1 second, where it's minus 6.
Minus 6, because 6 over x equals 6x minus 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you put in minus 1, you get, it's minus 4. And if you put in minus 3, you'll get minus 6 over 9, which is 4 over 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the min answer, and this is the max answer. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. No, right. No. Right, what's next?
Wait, from where did you get the 6?
No, you're asking me questions you know the answer to. You know where I got the 6. Yes, you do, because you got the 6 the same way. Do you not have 6 in your answer?
I do.
Yeah, so why are you asking me? I could ask you, where did you get the 6? Yeah?
Exactly that.
I'm scared.
Right, what's next? How I normally get it, I sub the x's into the second derivative. Negative is a max, and positive represents a min.
Yeah, but then you get like minus 6 over minus 1.
For which one? Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Minus 6 over minus 1 plus 2.
8. Right?
Minus 6 over 1 is minus 6.
Yeah. Then
Plus
minus
2.
6 over minus 1.
Minus 1 squared?
Why did you always make that mistake?
Just.
Sleeping,
Which, yeah.
I'm human. I solved the question, but I think there's an error.
Yeah, well, in the next page, is it? Or
Yeah.
I know two errors, or one error has been flagged. 1B should be, we said, falling concave.
No, minus 2f.
2F? Okay, let's look at 2F. So, 2F on 76 will be good. Revision, please.
Can you sign to that? One?
76 to F.
Find the stationary point and the nature of it. Right, so first we'll bring that 16 down. Right? Yeah.
It's going to be negative 6.
Now we'll get the dy dx. First I will divide by
8.
4. So minus 4 over x minus 4 equals 0. Yeah? Then I will multiply by, yeah, or even minus x. So minus x times minus x, x squared. Minus 4 times minus x, 4x. Minus 4 over x times minus x, plus 4. So this is the quadratic you get. It seems to have only one solution.
Negative 2.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Minus 2. Right, so you're okay up to that point. You got that as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you happen to have the y value?
No.
Okay, I think you should be 10.91.
It's 10.90.
Yeah, about 10.9. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to know if it's max or min or whatever it's doing. Okay. We need the second derivative.
It's
So-
going to be 16x.
What would it be? Sorry.
16x.
16 over x squared, I think. Minus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's minus 16x minus 1 minus 4, which becomes 16x power minus 2.
16.
The 16 minus 16 times 1 as well.
That is the same question you asked me 3 minutes ago. And you know the answer because you can do it.
Isn't it negative
Yes, yes,
16
okay.
x minus 1
Yes,
minus 4?
yes, I just wrote that there, yes. And then differentiate. What do I get? Yeah, just minus 16x minus 2.
You have to add 1 to the power 2.
No, no, you minus 1. You're mixing up your rules. For integration, you add 1, and for derivative, you minus 1.
Right. You times and minus 1.
Yeah,
It's right. Yeah.
so this is right. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you put in minus 2, what's the problem?
Oh, what I did is I bring the x up and I make 16 x
Yeah.
power minus 2.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you want, we'll write it like that. 16x power minus 2 minus 4. Yeah? Okay, fine. Fine. So, you put 2 in,
Yeah, it's gonna be 0.
and you get 0, which is a problem.
Yeah.
So we differentiate again.
Again, yeah.
Negative 32x.
Thank you, minus 32x x power
3. Negative 3.
minus 3. Now, I don't care the exact value. I know when I put in x is 2, it'll, whatever it is, it's a negative number.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a positive.
It's positive.
Oh, wait, hang on, sorry, is it 2 or minus 2?
That's 1.
Oh, sorry, it's minus 2. Yeah, so it's positive then.
Yeah.
So positive makes it rising
I'm
saddle?
Yeah.
And is that not what it is?
No.
Ah, very good. Okay, so I said fallen saddle and it should be
Right.
rising saddle. Excellent. Okay.
I thought otherwise we corrected.
2F.
Yeah.
No, it was 1B we corrected. One student thought 2G was wrong, but I think it turned out to be right.
It's right.
Yeah, it was the question before that then.
What about 1C?
Give me a moment. Where's my pen gone? Oh, there. Okay, so the word fallen should be rising.
And 1B is okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good job, Hazard. Cool. You have far too much energy in maths class. Far too much energy. It's unnatural. Okay. Right. What's next?
1C.
1C?
Yeah, well, it's rising. Saddle.
Yeah. What are you asking me? The answer is rising saddle,
Why?
and you're saying it's not?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why? It's positive. And the third,
Second derivative is negative.
third derivative.
Second derivative is 0.
You sure you want me to check? Okay. I don't think your class wants me to check, but I'll check. C, is it?
Yeah.
4x4 minus 84x cubed plus 5.
Oh, I thought
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay. Right. First derivative. Let's do this. 16x cubed minus 250 52x squared plus 588, is it?
Yes.
And the second derivative, 48
Yes.
x squared minus 504? 504 x? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now we have to, what's the value of x? 7, isn't it? So it's 48 times 49 minus 504 times 7. And what is that?
Minus 1176.
No,
Wait, what?
I calculated again. 5880.
The total?
Yeah, but
58. Wait, hang on. Just can we write this down? 58.
It's 1 minus 1, 1.
Yeah, minus 1176.
Minus
see,
117.
here minus 1176, and when I
You have to
calculate,
put brackets
It's
around.
minus 1176.
Minus 1176.
Okay. So then, when you guys were saying the second derivative is 0,
Who said
I
that?
know, they were
Yeah.
looking at the wrong question.
Yeah, we will.
Who said that?
Oops.
Who said that?
Hey.
Who said the second derivative is zero?
your classmates over here are fools. They were bad mouthing you saying it wasn't 0, and they were all looking at the wrong question. So yes, you're correct. It's minus 1176. So what type of point is that now? If the second derivative is negative, what do we have?
local math.
But wait, hang on. We don't know actually what the first derivative is doing.
Yes.
So if you put 7 into that, what do we get?
The first derivative.
When you put in 7, what did you get?
Negative 6272.
6272, yeah? So both are negative.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the situation when they're both
Fallen,
naked?
concave,
Fallen and
concave.
concave. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is terrible. How does nobody else notice that in the other group? Where did I put my marker down? Okay. So the second one should be fallen concave, huh? Terrible. Good job. Okay, what's next?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Then I have a question.
Yeah, yeah.
When of the area under the curve,
Yeah.
how do we know that? Like, do we draw the curve upward or downward?
Is it quadratic?
Yeah.
Quadratic you can tell with the front number.
It's negative x.
Yeah, if it's a negative x squared, it's always this shape. And if it's positive x squared, it's this shape.
For the height of the maps, can you use the last point of that?
That's where it intersects the y. Yeah.
Can you use it like if the negative, you know the y-intercept is down?
Not necessarily, because it could be like this. Yeah. So. Okay, What do we need to see next now?
Uh,
78, 7.
Which page?
78, 7.
Yeah, okay. Page 78, question 7. Okay, have you got that? Are you looking at that?
questions already? Yeah, questions.
Yeah, you all looking at that?
Yeah.
So the first question is, by using Pythagoras, find the square of the distance between the origin and the point xy. So how big is this distance here?
Y. No, X.
How do you do this, Carul? You have like a 50-50 and you always go for the wrong one. It's x.
X.
And here,
Y.
y. Okay. So, I want this distance squared. So that distance squared will be x squared plus y squared. Okay. That's the first one. B. What's the formula if y equals 1 over x? So that means distance squared equals x squared plus 1 over x squared. Yeah. Okay. C. Find the minimum. So we need the derivative. Do you know what? First I'll just change this into x squared plus x minus 2.
Yep.
So the derivative of the distance squared will be 2x, yeah?
Yep.
Minus 2x power
Minus 3.
minus 3 equals 0.
Mhm.
So that means 2x equals 2x power minus 3. Cancel, cancel. X equals 1 over x cubed. What's next? Bring the x cubed up to the left. You get x4 equals 1. So what does x equal?
1.
Plus or minus 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then likewise y will equal plus or minus 1 as well. So the 2 points are 1, 1 and minus 1, minus 1. But which is the minimum? Well, if you calculate the second derivative, d2y, d squared, dx, d2x, the second derivative would be, sorry, I wrote that wrong. Let me try that again. No, shh. No, d
This goes
2d squared dx squared. Okay, there we go. That is equal to 2 plus 6x minus 4. And in both cases, when you put in 1 or minus 1, you'll always get a positive, which is a minimum. Both these answers are minimums. You can sub them back in, or you can even just draw the triangle. There's 0, 0, and there's the first answer, and the other one is down here. What's the distance of, what's this distance here, using Pythagoras? Root 2. And it'll be the same, here it'll be root 2. So the minimum distance is root 2. Okay. That's not unbelievable as an exam question, you know, not unbelievable. Okay, you got that written down? Yeah. Time. We've got a couple of minutes, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. We got that? Yeah. Now, just so to wrap things up, David, you're the class rep. Have you talked to people about the database? Right, okay. So, I just want to show you roughly what I have in place for it. I have a little bit more to do. It's practically finished and ready to go. I just want to show you what it looks like. Off the phone now. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Don't be a jerk. Right. So, I give you an example. Like, this is what my physics students do for their homework. They have this here physics workbook. And we'll just take a second to load. Every lesson has exam questions as the homework. So this is their first lesson. And then their... Yeah. This is their second lesson, and they have exam questions. And then they can check the answer. But if they just needed... listen, hey,
I just said vector.
listen. So they could pick a lesson, and they could get the exam questions on that lesson. Okay. I was. Let's see. Yeah, I was testing it out earlier. I was just putting in a maths question just to see. It looks like it's working. So I just tested it out by putting in one maths question into the database. Just scroll down to show you. Come on. There, see? So I just put in this question, semester 1, and you have all the info there. This is the database, but with no nice interface, just all the raw values. So it seems to be working. But anyways, this is, I'll show you the upload form, but we'll practice it on, or we'll do it in the class. So what you have is something that looks like this. So you just pick the subjects. In this case, it's, oh yeah, I'll have to fix that, Maths Semester 1. And it's the Semester 1 exam. And what I was doing earlier was 1718 version 1, section A. It was a question 1, it was a 4-mark question. And then I picked the topic from the drop down, so you can see it's there. It was a degree 2 system. Okay. There's no need to put any notes in here. This is for later. Like, for example, if there was a mistake in the question, we can put a note. And then when you look at the question in the database, you can see the note. And then all I need you to do then is to do a screen capture of the question, save it as a PNG file. Don't worry about the name of it. And then you can just browse, upload the PNG file, and then submit it. And then it goes into the database. And if you want to check that it's in the database, you can view the database and scroll to the bottom. But once everything is in the database, I can make special pages for people. So for example, if somebody says, can you make a page that generates random questions and you can pick how many questions you want? I could do that. If you said, could you generate a page that just has one question and a clock counting down the time it should take you to do the question, I could do that. You see, once everything is in the database, then it's no trouble for me to write a code for a task that you want to do. You know, maybe some of you might say, okay, what about if you have a page where you can pick short, medium, or long revision? So if you want to do 10-minute revision, you could pick 10 minutes, and you get random questions, and the total time should be 10 minutes. And you can pick medium revision, that's 30 minutes, and you get more questions. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, once everything is in a database, we can really customize tasks that you feel would be beneficial for your revision over the break. Yeah? So I was thinking and hoping that we could do this next week on Friday. You know, you could come into a classroom like D213, whatever. You could bring your headphones. I can assign an exam to everyone. and then you can start copying and uploading, and we might even get it all done on Friday afternoon, and then that means the next week then, if you have ideas, you can send them to me, and then I could make those pages appear. Yeah? Okay. I think this will be very useful. And Colin has some kind of database as well, doesn't he? Yeah, but he's like protecting it. He's not giving it to you, right? He's hoarding it for himself. Okay.
Still a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see, Colin's tech skills are.
Oh no.
Professional, advanced,
What's before professional?
Intermediate.
What's before intermediate?
elementary.
Amateur.
He's doing his best.
Yes. Yes, he is. He is doing his best. That is correct. Okay. We'll wrap it up there, and I'll give you details next week for when we're doing this. Okay.
So like everyone is assigned an exam. So we
What
just
I'll probably do
upload-
is, I'll probably just print out all the exams on a piece of paper and just, we'll just hand them out randomly for whoever number of people are there,
Is
So-
it an exam? Is it an exam or like we're uploading that thing?
I'm going to give each person an exam,
Uh-huh.
and you copy and paste each question.
Oh, okay.
Now, depending on how many people are there, you might get 1 exam each, or 2 exams, or 3 exams.
So we bring our laptop.
You'll have to bring your laptop for it. That's why I said you could bring your headphones as well, because it's a bit monotonous. So if you want to be listening to something as you're uploading, that's what I would do.